everyone, it's Jacob, Bubble Blocks. I am back. I'm sorry I haven't been posting for ages. We have the biggest live stream in Bubble Blocks history in just 6 weeks. So yeah, I'm super excited for that. But as you can see here, this is a full Project Flight raw that is uncut. So yeah, as you can see, I turned on the engines, turned on specific lights like taxi lights for when we're taxiing and all of that. But yeah, and as you can see, the engines went a bit quieter. That is because they fully loaded up and they are having soundproof now. I'm sure you know what that means. But yeah, now obviously you can see my throttle is quite high. This is because in order to warm up the engine, you have to put it quite high. As you can see, we're only going at a total of 15 knots right now, which is not that much. For takeoff, we're going to be going around 80 to 120 knots for takeoff. But yeah, this is a pretty easy taxiway. We'll be heading off very quick and pretty soon. We are going to an airport that is a very short runway on 01. But I am super excited to land on it. I think it wasn't the best of all landings. I know this because this is a voiceover. But yeah, I think for the short runway, I think it's better than crashing, I think. So yeah. Yeah, by the way, sorry if I sound a bit coldy. I am coldy, sadly. Hopefully I recover for the live stream in 6 weeks. If you're new here, make sure to join that. It's something for everyone, as it's some description of a release. So yeah. Anyways, like I said, this is fully uncut, so if you see some errors or anything like that, I did not cut them out, so yeah. Okay, so here you can see I activated the brakes just so I could slow down extra fast. This is the advanced mode, so I will be changing the flaps and the spoilers. The flaps for land is going straight on land, and the spoilers are going to FLT, which means flight. But yeah, here you can see I'm checking all of my stuff just to make sure there's no errors. And I'm pretty sure we will be going straight up now. We have the position steady and ready up. So yeah, yeah, we're all clear to go. Okay, as you can see here, I'm putting my throttle all the way up, ready to go. It does make quite an irritating sound, as you can hear. I'm trying to scream over it here. But yeah, it does make quite an irritating sound. It will go once we're in the air, but it's the cabin pressure that causes this sound. The vibration of the wheels as well cause it, but when we're in the air, it should go at roughly 70% throttle, which is around 200 knots. But yeah, as you can see, we took off at roughly 120 to 130 knots there. So yeah, that's pretty decent actually. Okay, so here you can see I'm putting my gear up. As you can see that little notification on the right there. The screen is slightly cut off because I had to record this in a specific way. I have put it on settings so it's forced to be daytime, just so you guys can see it better. If you want a nighttime view, just comment it and I will do it. I'll be making sure to do that. But this is one of the shortest flights in the game from this airport to this airport. I don't know the names. But yeah, I really like this flight. It's a nice, easy, short one. As you can see, I'm already putting my gears down. I'm changing my landing lights on. I'm turning off specific lights to make sure distractions aren't caused. I'm also turning on my logo lights, which, you know, like, have lights on the logo. Because, yeah, it's, you don't need it in the sky because no one's going to be sitting there at 36,000 feet in the air. So yeah, but when we land, obviously, you want it on for purposes of advertisement and stuff. So yeah, as you can see, it's a pretty rough start here at 2,000. That is not 200 feet, by the way. That is 2,200 feet. Which really, if you know anything about planes, that is really not ideal. So I tried to descend to 500 feet here, but that will be extremely rough, which is why this landing ended up to be just a little bit more rough than I would like to. It was all safe, it was all good, it just wasn't the best landing that I have ever done. it was a pretty hard landing with something like 42. But yeah, it's pretty hard landing, but I think we landed, so that's good. So yeah, stick around to the end to see the jetway and all of the displays in the cockpit to turn off all the things. But yeah, here's the quite aggressive descent. As you can see, this is realistic, but in cockpit view in a game, it doesn't look the best, to be completely honest with you. Well, the game does, but it doesn't look the best to nosedive like that in the game. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start descending like crazy here, with a bit of crosswinds of roughly 180 degrees, which is almost physically impossible, but somehow this game does it. Okay, here we go. You can hear the call-outs, and there you go. See how kind of rough that landing was. Now, if you see my mouse, I put the spoilers from FLT, which flight, to 4, which is land. You can't see the flaps controls, but they're just next to the spoilers. I cut off the screen a bit there, so yeah, apologies for that. But as you can see here, I'm just messing with the buttons a bit, trying to fix turning off the landing lights, turning on the taxi lights, making sure everything's good, because that was a pretty hard landing, and there are failures in this game, so yeah. Anyways, as soon as we finish taxiing here, we'll be calling a jetway, checking all of our plane in the cockpit, making sure everything's good, and that will be it. That's the flight over. But yeah, we still have like another 4 to 5 minutes of taxiing, so yeah. Okay, for now I'm just going to let you enjoy, because I don't have anything to say right now, so I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay everyone, I'm back. As you could just see, I was messing with some of the buttons, making sure everything was up. When I say messing with the buttons, I do know what I'm doing. I'm not going to crash the plane, do not worry, although I almost did on this landing. I'm not going to stop beating myself up about this. Anyways, who wants a leak on what the stream's going to be? That's right, I can't give you any leaks. Ooh, sorry guys, yeah. This leak is, I'm just going to give you the leak. It's some description of a release, and if you've seen my previous video, you'll see something about, well, I can't say that, you have to look for yourself, but yeah, it's not mine. That's what I'm going to say, okay? That's what I'm going to say. That's what I'm going to say. But yeah, this is going to be absolutely massive, biggest thing on this channel ever, so please go ahead and join there if you're watching this video. It's nothing to do with playing content, but I really, really beg you go watch that video, because that live stream, because it's going to be massive, I promise you. But yeah, as you can see, here I'm pulling into the jetway. When I say jetway, I mean the place where the jetway is. That's the thing, if you don't already know, the thing where you walk in from the plane into the airport. But yeah, this game is animated with jetways, so that is absolutely awesome. As you can see, I made a bit of a wrong turn here. I went to go in that one until I realised that that jetway, it's shared between two, and it was already being used by, I think that was an A350. Actually, I think I might be wrong there. It's only because it was bigger. Maybe it could be a 767. No, not 6-7. No. But yeah. Anyways, I'm pulling in here, and before I do a cockpit check, I'm going to call in the jetway. As you can see, I'm going very slow here, pulling in. In fact, I even have to speed up a little bit, just to land there exactly with a nice piece. This is a relatively short video for a full flight that is completely uncut, but oh well, who cares? Okay, there you go, I've braked, so now I'm just going to go ahead and check the cockpit a bit, but first I'm going to go the jetway like I said. So let's go ahead and get the jetway over. So I have some, yeah, there you go. Okay, here it comes. You can hear that little beeping over the plane. That's the jetway moving signal. And it's being scripted to perfectly hit the plane. I have been playing this game for ages now, so I'm pretty disappointed with that hard landing, but to be honest, it was quite a nice flight, not much turbulence, which is all good. Sorry about that block that I had to hide, it was some personal message that came up, but yeah. Okay, here you go, I am messing with the cockpit to turn off things, I'm turning off all of the lights, all of the everything, and here you will see I cut the engines, which is that sound. But yeah, that's the end of the flight. Thank you so much everyone for watching. We are just deboarding people now, and I hope you have a great day. Bye everyone.